Terminus!
What up, everybody? Welcome to the In Off the Bench podcast. I am Daniel Ball, and I'm joined as always. Well, not as always. I'm back, baby. I am back. We are back. It is a big show, but I got my brother from another mother, sister from another mister, Jim Cross, Ava Garza. Jim, Ava, it's so nice to see your face.
I know it's been a while.
Ava's a lot nicer to look at than me, so I think that was directed her way.
No, it's been a while. I'm excited to have everyone back together, and for a good reason.
I need a bounce back episode, Daniel. I just came off doing Florida. You know how that is. Got to get LSU in.
Hey, we're branching out. We're uncovering new horizons with the Florida Gators. So we'll let that slide. We'll do our thing. But
Daniel, did you know before you plug sponsors, before you do introduction, you know my favorite thing to do is to root against Florida. Well, you know that we don't play them in football this year. It kind of my whole year is ruined.
It's kind of a trap. I don't know. I mean, you got
new
9
SEC,
other opponents.
Just like next year, Daniel. How about this? Next year, no Alabama. Crazy.
Wow. Imagine having the hardest schedule in the SEC, and I'm not saying LSU, but you could theoretically have the hardest SEC schedule and not play a Florida and not play an Alabama or not play, whoever. But it's just that good. It's that stacked. But
I know the game that I know the game I'm looking forward to, Daniel. Ava, A&M. A&M.
Guys,
Ava lives to root against A&M.
Oh, I live to root against A&M, but sad news for me, I'm moving. So I will actually not be at the A&M game, and I'm devastated because I'd love nothing more than to see LSU beat A&M. So I will be watching logged in on my phone, of course. I know.
That is tragic, Daniel. That just devastates me.
You shouldn't even be allowed to graduate.
Bringing it back to baseball, their chants are devious. Whenever I went to the Vanderbilt A&M game, I was actually rage baited. Internally so bad, and it's not even because I wanted to root against A&M. We've interviewed a lot of A&M guys, and they were all awesome, so I wanted to root for them, and I literally couldn't. It was sickening, walking in, because all the whooping and all the maroon, it was just not my thing. So I will not be probably
but it works. Here's the thing though, Ava, it works. We have had the best pitchers in the country come on the show and say the hardest place to pitch is A&M. So
fans
are going to keep doing it as long as it bothers them.
It's insane. I don't know. I felt bad for Vanderbilt. I understand why it messes with them. It's a lot.
It is a lot. I mean, we saw them for one game, Jim and I. Well, Jim's seen them more than I have, but we saw them for one game in Omaha, and it was not obnoxious. We enjoyed just what they brought. But I could see how an opposing team could get sick of that real quick. I could see how, if you're a fan of them going to every game, you could get sick of that real quick. Because I'm not paying to go chant. Sorry. I'm paying to go watch people hit bombs. But speaking of bombs, we got to get to this episode because there's a lot of bombs to be dropped and talked about. But before we get there, obviously, we got to plug the sponsors. Jesus One. Got to go to JesusOneApparel.com. Enter promo code IOTB20 for 20% off your order. Chinook seeds, the best sunflower seeds in the game. 8 flavors, mild to wild. Go to your local gas station.
9.
All right, 9 flavors. It just doesn't roll right. I'm glad we have
right.
9.
I told Ava that the first time I plugged it.
Yeah, I was thinking about that.
Let's cut Dill Pickle and get down to 8. Let's cut Dill Pickle.
Yeah, that's it. That is it. We're conveniently cutting out dill pickle for everybody. Now, 9 flavors, mild to wild. local gas station, grocery store, convenience store, you name it, go pick them up. And finally, Old Dominic Distillery. They got all. Go to Old Dominic Distillery. If you want gifts, you want booze, you want it all, they got you covered. Jim, I'll give you the chance right now. I hit Jesus One off the top. What's going on with Jesus One?
Dude, man, right now, the amount of traffic that's coming through, Boston Red Sox just did a Faith and Family Day. So they ended up getting now 400 shirts. I just did an order with West Virginia football. Their whole football team's going to be outfitted. So the reason that's significant is the more the players wear them, then they become available on the website, because the whole idea is they raise money towards whatever ministry they choose. So you see the athletes wearing them, then they end up on the site. Then you can get the apparel, and of course money's being made towards those different ministries. So it's pretty cool. But the MLB guys are leading the way. But with college football coming up, we got some teams that are going to be repping. But I'm excited because, like I said, did the West Virginia order today. LSU is in the works, so stay tuned.
Did you know that the Cowboys, my Cowboys, have a Jesus One ambassador on their team? Did you know that?
Who's that?
Formerly from Ohio State. You know him.
Oh.
You know him well. He's going to be holding down the secondary. So we're going to be good. We're going to be Super Bowl good.
I don't know. I don't know that I thought this episode was going to turn, especially before we even got into anything with Dominic. I did not really see the Cowboys coming up, and yet here we are. And I feel like I can't say anything negative because you brought Jesus into it, so I'm just going to let it be.
See what I did, Ava? See what I did? I pulled at his heartstrings, and I got my Cowboys in on the episode. But enough of Cowboys. We got to talk Dominic Santarelli. Stud. I mean, that's the one name the one thing that comes to mind, especially when I see that video you put together, Jim, dropping bombs. Like, I don't even have to see the baseball, just watching the swing. Like, I know, like, that ball's going far.
But what I love, Daniel, is, I obviously going to put the bombs in the video, but he does more than that. He does your favorite thing. It's like Moneyball, right? He just gets on base, dude. So you can trust in him. I'm excited to see what he does. With that being said, Dominic, my man, how you doing tonight?
I'm great. Thanks for having me, guys.
Absolutely. So before we get into all things baseball, find out where you're from. The important questions in life. You said you've been in Baton Rouge for 2 weeks. I got to know, like, have you been, eating the cuisine of Baton Rouge? Have they introduced you to Empire Wings, Blue Store Chicken? Or of course your natural Cajun dishes. Have you already gained 10 pounds? Like, what's going on?
Yeah, I mean, I've definitely gained a couple pounds just eating at the PNC, which is where all the athletes eat. So it's good quality food. And my roommates and everyone has Empire Wings. I have not actually, but Case and Evans cooked for our team. He made us pasta laya. So that was like my first intro to the Cajun food. And that was good. I liked it. It's a lot different than what I'm used to. But it was good, and I'm excited to try. I mean, everything else that comes with being down here.
What I love is the versatility of Case and Evans. Ava, like, he's not just a Friday night pitcher. I mean, he's out here cooking dishes for everybody.
Yeah.
I know.
I think it was him and Cooper Williams.
I
think they both made it. So I shout out Cooper
Texas
too.
Boys.
go.
I love to see the Texas representation. Makes my heart happy. But speaking of what you're used to, where are you from?
I'm from Pleasant Prairie, Wisconsin.
So if me, Jim, and DB were going to make a trip out there, what's one thing that we have to do and one place that we have to eat?
You hear Wisconsin, you really think cheese. So we have this place in Kenosha, it's like 15 minutes away from my house, just off the interstate. It's called Mars Cheese Castle. So it's like it's a pretty well known in the Midwest. It's a literal castle with like a cheese store inside, and it's a restaurant too. So I mean that's kind of a staple in the Kenosha area. But we got a good Italian community is really strong there. So a bunch of Italian places, a bunch of pizza places, which is my favorite food. So I love the pizza joints in Kenosha. But yeah, I mean the food's great. You can't really go wrong. But everyone thinks cheese, and when you hear Wisconsin, so I point people to there.
Here's the one thing I know, Ava. I went to Wisconsin once, and I made the mistake of going during the middle of winter.
Nah.
If we were to make this trip, it wouldn't be during the winter because I mean the wind against my face, like my nose was running, and it felt like it was freezing on my face. I was like, "Where am I? Like this place is terrible."
We
Yeah.
visited in the summer and I loved it because I was like, man, I can wear a sweatshirt in the summer. Like, this is cool. I like this, but I have heard that the winters are like devious. So,
Yeah. I
more
mean,
power to you for surviving through that.
if you're a big football fan, then I'd say go to Lambeau when it's cold because that's different. Those Packer fans are crazy. But other than that, yeah, I'd stay away in the winter.
Daniel, to bring the Cowboys back in a second time, would you be willing to brave the worst winter weather in Lambeau to watch the Cowboys at Green Bay?
Look, this is going to be the hottest take that I may have ever say on this show.
Oh no!
Oh, God.
Lambeau is about as overrated as anything. It's up there with Bucky. Let me tell you something.
Dude.
That stadium, there ain't nothing special about that stadium other than dummies sitting out there in the frozen icicles and just taking their that's just silliness.
Bro, we're gonna get ran off the air. You're going after a whole fan base right now.
No, hey,
No
hey,
way.
I'm not
No.
a Packers fan, so you can
Thank
say
you.
whatever you want. Because I agree. Like I despise the Packers. Most of my family's Bear fans. Most of my family's Bear fans, but I'm a Steelers fan. So we have Little Packer with A-Rod and Mike McCarthy. But no, I'm a Steelers fan, and I
can
hate the
have both of
Packers.
them.
I
You can
know.
have both of them.
I'm interested to see how it'll be this year.
You know what, Dominic? Now I'm gonna get on. Now I'm going somewhere with this. All right. Look, let me tell you something about Lambeau Field. This is why I don't like the Packers, because the one time where Aaron Rodgers wants to play all world is against the Cowboys in playoff games. That's it.
Yep.
Then he'll turn around, he'll play all world, and then he'll turn around the next week and look like just garbage. So for that reason, you can have Mike McCarthy, you can have Aaron Rodgers with the Steelers. Have fun with that. It won't be too long. I promise you. You're going to be shopping for a new head coach soon and a new quarterback. And never mind. I'm not going to say it because we're a PG.
Yeah, I'm interested to see. Like, I don't really know what's gonna happen, but it'll be fun. I think
we have hijacked Ava's segment with NFL talk.
I mean, we're kind of on track. Speaking of football, you're a 3-sport athlete in football, baseball, and basketball. You're said to be fast and athletic for your size. So would you attribute this to playing these different sports?
yes, for sure. I mean, I grew up playing all these sports. I actually did gymnastics too when I was a kid, and I still do yoga. I mean, I haven't found a spot here yet, but back home, I would do it once or twice a week, and it's just all that has like helped me become this good athlete, especially for my size. But yeah, I love those sports, and they have a huge place in my heart. Whether it's I'm watching them or playing them, like I love them. And for sure, it has helped me tremendously become the athlete I am today.
Doesn't Lane do the hot yoga?
Yeah,
that's what I heard. That's what I keep bringing it up here, and that's what everyone's saying. And I'm like, okay, where though? Like, I need help.
Layla Kiffin is actually opening a hot yoga studio right next to the PNC. It's about like 2 minutes away where Torchy's is. I don't know if you know where that is. Literally
really?
right there.
That's where we live. We live right here.
Yeah. It's the infrared hot it's like an infrared hot yoga studio. So it's opening in a month. Definitely go try.
Oh my, yeah, I'll be there.
Yeah,
weekly.
We're here for it.
I might even go every day if it's
right
here.
I'm impressed by him. You know, he mentions doing that. We obviously know how our gymnastics is. We have gymnasts on here all the time. But like I've done yoga a couple times, and it ain't no joke, man. Forget all that.
That's a lot of.
You might run into Aaron Rodgers there. That's all I'm gonna say.
I'm expecting an amazing answer because you did play football, baseball, and basketball. Who was your favorite athlete growing up?
Man, I really like my baseball player David Ortiz, for sure. Just like I'm a Red Sox fan too, and so like I grew up loving him, watching him. And then like overall athlete, I'd say Kobe, because I love the way his mentality is. I actually have a book right here, a Kobe book that I read daily. So it's just like little quotes of him, and it just drives me every day. Because his mentality was just so like he didn't care what others thought and just went out and did himself. And obviously, he had really good success. But yeah, Kobe and David Ortiz.
Either
And that's solid answers right there, bro.
I do. I gotta say something though. That was a good pun you had. You brought that little Kobe book and was like, "There's some little pun or some little quotes in here from Kobe."
Yeah, every
Either
day.
you're a giant, which is probably the case, or that book is tiny.
Oh, it's small. Yeah, it's a
got
mini
massive
book. Yeah, no, it's small.
All right. So, number one player ranked out of the state of Wisconsin. What made LSU the destination for you? Because obviously, um, we know about what LSU is, but for a guy that's from up north, I don't know if there's other schools that you're looking at that way, or what about something that LSU just attracted you immediately to be able to leave far from home? So, what was it?
Yeah, I mean, family's a really big part of my life. So I wanted to go somewhere that really felt like home. And as soon as I got down here, like I love the coaches. The coaches made me feel at home. I'm talking about like my visit last year. So that was like, okay, wow, like after my visit, I didn't want to leave. But obviously I had to go back to school. But so that kind of played a huge part of it. And then the biggest thing I want to do in baseball is win. And at the time, it was two of the last three national championships, two of the last four now, and I'm looking to bring three here for my time here. And that's just the only thing on my mind is winning in every aspect of life, whether it is baseball or in the weight room or school or back home with my siblings or video games. Like it doesn't matter. I just want to win. And that's like the winning culture here really like opened my eyes and was like, okay, I want to go play for Coach Johnson and his staff. And then the other part was the player development part. I mean, you see all these big leaguers. It feels like daily someone's making their debut and shining in the big leagues. And it's just it checked all my boxes, and it honestly came down to a no brainer decision. And I was really excited to get down here once everything played out.
Yeah, no. Every guy that we've ever had on this show, Ava and Daniel, tell you LSU is just a place where people feel at home. It's just a different type of hospitality, the way people treat you and greet you, and it's a nice thing to do. It's a nice thing to be a part of, especially when you are away from your actual family. But on the show, you were just talking about the player development. We've had Skeens, Cruz, Curiel, all of them come on here and talk about being able to develop as a player, but like you said, win a championship. Seeing those guys go to LSU and accomplish that, does it make it that much easier when you're considering, if you want to do the draft or college and you say, hey, like I can go here for real and win a championship, become a better player, up my draft stock, literally check all the boxes?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it was a huge part of my decision. Part of the reason why like I made this decision was because of the track record, and like my confidence and my ability to come here to a place and develop. It's just me and Coach Johnson had a talk before the draft, and we talked through this all, and it was just like this is a real possibility in 3 years. What could happen with being a top draft pick? And so I have full faith in the staff and my ability to work. And just honestly, it should all play out the way it's supposed to, and then we'll see what happens in 3 years. But I want three national championships first before that.
I do too. I like the whole every other year one right now. 3 in a row would definitely work, but we're not going to get too greedy. We'll start with just every other year. We'll get one this year. Of course, Ava, after last year, I'm not going to be quick to preseason crown anyone.
Yeah, that's fair. We got a little burns last time.
We got a little carried away. Last year we did a run of LSU episodes and we kind of got caught in our feels and we're we're gonna win it all. We're going back to back.
Hey, if
It's
it's
hard
every
when
other year, then that means I get 2. I'll be
He'll
happy
take
with
it.
that. Yeah.
Definitely take that. And you see, like with the recent with Curry-L, going 5th overall. This is a guy who upped his draft stock. Obviously, everybody can talk about Cruz and Skeens, White, and all that. And so, yeah, you see the guys develop the way they do, and then up their draft stock on top of winning. It's just a perfect place to be. What Jay Johnson's done there, and of course with his staff, is just a second to none. The only place that really had anything like that going was Tennessee. And Daniel, we've talked about it. We'll see if without Tony Vitello, if that culture kind of stays. But I still think no matter what, it would be number 2 to LSU. But we watched the combine footage. We had part of it in the opening. I've seen the game film. I think what impressed me most, and Daniel, I didn't want to say it in the beginning when we were talking about just hitting bombs, is actually your power to all over the field. You don't have a weak spot. You can spray the ball over all over the field. Like, what would you attribute to being able to have that kind of success and be able to put it anywhere you want?
Yeah, I mean, my swing overall is just it's effortless. It's not like I'm selling out to hit a bunch of homers. And that's where I find my success. Sometimes in the cage or if I'm hitting outfield BP, I'm trying to hit homers. Like it doesn't work for me when I try and do that. So when I'm just simple swing, think left center, that opens the whole field for me. And it's just yeah, like I said, like it's just nice and easy. And then once that's when I'm the best is when I'm slow and controlled and almost like I'm swinging at like 75%. Obviously, like it's more so like it's still hard and fast, but yeah, like it's my thought process like 75% left center doubles is when I'm my best.
It shows. I mean, just looking at what was in the video package, very compact to the baseball, hands inside the baseball. You're finishing high, which is good, but you can see the power driven from point of contact, but you're also driving through point of contact, which is one of the things that is the hardest thing for a player to understand is after contact generating more power through the baseball. And you can see that in those swings. I know those are some of your better swings, but
Mhm.
it does look effortless, like you said. So it's something that you can tell you do that all the time. And man, like I said, I don't even have to look at where those balls landed. I can look at the swing and tell like you're putting something on that ball. I want to talk a little bit about your game. Do you know who Kyle Schwarber is?
Very yes, a lot.
Of course you do. He finished second in the home run derby. Everyone pretty much handed him the trophy.
That out.
I was already counting my money on the bet.
Didn't want to bring that up, but anyhow, there are people that have said you are a more athletic version of Kyle Schwarber. Would you agree with that? Or would you agree with those people?
I'll take it. I mean, I think Schwarber's one of the better hitters in the game. I think he's a future Hall of Famer. And, like, yeah, I mean, I'll take it. But, I mean, I don't really know. Sure.
Well, so I say all that to tell you that is what MLB Combine prospects are saying about your game. Does that mean anything to you, like right now?
Not really. I mean, I don't really like to compare myself to others, even one of the best or the greats. I just want to be myself and kind of just be like write my own path or whatever. But
what if they said it was Big Papi that you reminded them of? I think you'd be okay with it.
I mean, yeah, but still the same answer. That's really cool. It's awesome.
Don't get shot or anything, but yeah, all the other stuff Big Papi did, you can do that. Kyle Schwarber's hit some bombs, and I'm sure you've hit some in your time at the plate. What do you think the farthest ball you ever hit is? How far did it go?
I mean, there's a couple that I don't have on like TrackMan or anything that I'm guessing close to 500 feet. But I mean, at the combine, I hit one 463. So that was pretty good. But yeah, that's probably the furthest one on record as of now. So
I'm gonna need to see Daniel. I'm gonna need to see. I'm not gonna put 500 on him. I'm gonna need to see. Let's go 475 out of Tiger Stadium.
over the Intimidator.
Yes, over the
Yeah.
Intimidator. I like it.
Yeah.
What, the Intimidator? Like, what is this? Rick Vaughn?
Yo, Daniel, you
No,
know what
it's
the
the-
Intimidator is, bro?
The sign.
I'm sure it
It's
has
the sign with all our championship trophies.
Yep.
All of them.
That's pretty intimidating.
It should
Be more intimidating if you won 3 in a row moving forward. Just saying. No pressure.
Exactly.
So you're on campus now. What's a typical day? Like, what does off-season program look like? Are you in the weight room? Are you doing any classes right now? Like, is anybody even there?
Yeah, we have a really busy day. I think there's 14 freshmen here, and then pretty much everyone is here, but the couple transfers that are still playing in the Cape, or I don't even know if some of them are playing, but yeah, we have I'd say 25, 26 guys here, and the freshmen we're all in a class, so we wake up or we have breakfast at 8:15 at the PNC, and then we have class at 9. Class from 9 to 10:30, and then 11:30 lunch. So we kind of have like an hour of downtime. And then we go to another class from 12:30 to 2:30, and then we go over to the stadium for lifts for workouts at 3:15. And then after we have like an open field. So I mean the coaches can't work with us, but we get to work with each other, which is cool. It's just we get to hit BP on the field or in the cages, ground balls, fly balls, whatever we want. It's really nice. So and then after that we go to dinner around 7, and then get back to the dorm and get some rest. I think the guys are all playing a Fortnite thing right now. So probably hop on that after, and then get to bed around 10:30, 11, and wake up the next day and do it all over again.
Man, I hope you wake up and go, man, this is good. This is good.
I love it. Like I wake up excited for the day, like every day. Like this is the best life ever.
Let me ask you
Like,
a question though. You talk about being out there hitting balls, and we talk about being from Wisconsin right now. Because my daughter's a student at LSU. She just went back yesterday, and she said the heat is brutal right now. Like how much different is it being no longer in Wisconsin, but being in that Baton Rouge heat?
oh, it's different, way different. I mean, the other day, what's today, Monday? Yeah, yesterday it was like 106. That's what it felt like, and we were dying out there. But I mean, I like it because the ball flies more down here compared to the 30 degrees wind off Lake Michigan blowing in on like a big college field. That's what I'm used to hitting in, and so like for me going out there on this field in this weather is like it's awesome because I hit a lot of homers, especially in BP. So I mean, it's the weather's crazy different.
Do you obviously LSU has a ton of big name guys. We'll just leave it at that. There's a long list. Do those guys ever come out, show up? You ever see those guys?
I haven't seen, well, because I'm new down here. No one's came in yet, but they said Skeens and Cruz has a house here, I guess, and he'll train in here the whole off season. So I think that'll be really cool being around him. And they said Skeens comes like at least for one football game. So and he hangs out. And so that would also be really cool. But I'm sure like once the season wraps up, we'll get to start seeing some more guys.
Now, if you had the opportunity to choose someone that you could talk to, get some advice from, work out with, just someone that you could pick their brain, a former player from LSU, who would you want that to be?
Paul
Who would you
Skeens,
wake
for sure.
up tomorrow? Paul Skeens?
Yeah.
Give me another answer. That's easy. That's the softball. Put it on the tee. Like
Then Dylan Cruz.
He lives there. That's even
No,
easier.
Daniel, I think the
I got
answer
it.
right now, if you just look at recency bias, it's got to be Tommy White because he just got the call up, gets a 4-hit game in the second game. Like, talk to him about what is working right now because it is clearly working.
True.
I mean, that's
very true.
That's kind of where I was leaning. You know, corner guy just
Yep.
got into the league, probably the easiest of the guys to talk to. You know, I think he would be a good one.
Yeah.
But
I'll
I
say
think all of them
he's-
would be cool.
Yeah.
He's very easy to talk to. When he came on here, Daniel, remember because we had him on right when he transferred, and I was a little intimidated. It was Tommy Tanks. It was a big deal coming in or whatever, and he was so chill. And then, I mean, him and Daniel probably went on a whole 20-minute tangent talking hockey.
I'm about hockey. I'm about Lightning.
Who's your squad?
Oh, Lightning. I live
Lightning?
in Tampa, so
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So now all the important questions. Well, my favorite questions, I guess you could say. Uniforms. We have to know which one you're looking forward to wearing the most.
Championship golds, of course, because that's hopefully the one we're winning in.
That's the right answer. I think.
Hold
Jim
on, I got to
agrees.
ask him, Ava. It'll never happen. So this is definitely hypothetical. Me and Ava are fully on board if it was to happen. Would you
Yes.
be down for a black uniform if LSU ever was to finally get risky?
Absolutely. I would love that. I think all black is sick. With some like
and the way
purple
the purple and
purple
gold house
accents.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think that would be sick.
Ava, one day, like maybe we'll be old by the time it happens, but it's gonna happen.
I might be 80 by the time it happens, but it's gonna happen. We're gonna make it happen.
Hopefully it
Um,
happens soon.
Hopefully.
I don't think it will.
Probably not. I think you might be right in that. We're still a long way out, but have you started putting any thought into your walk-up song?
Man. I mean, my walk-up song since my first walk-up song was always Big Papa by Notorious B.I.G., but Zach York had that one last year. So I don't really know if I want to do that one. I kind of want to make it unique. But yeah, that's been my song. And it comes from my favorite movie, Hardball. So that's kind of where I got it from.
Wow, hey,
Jim, do
that
not
is
give me any
interesting.
more homework, please.
That is interesting that's your favorite movie. You know how many times me and Daniel have had conversations talking sports movies, and we have our host of our other show. He's from Chicago, and that's his favorite movie. And he gets so upset when someone says they haven't seen it. So many people have no clue about the
I
movie
know.
Hardball.
I know. It's a shame. I love
We
it.
actually interviewed Ben Zobrist from the Cubs on that other show. And when he said he'd never seen Hardball and he was a Chicago Cub, I thought Mike was going to cry.
That's crazy. Yeah.
I think he did cry. He logged off and he was gone for days. We didn't hear from him.
So I do have a question that I didn't put on the sheet, but you obviously are versatile. You can play different areas, but going back to the combine report, it really had you pegged as a corner guy. Is there, obviously you're going to play wherever Jay wants you to play, right? That's
Absolutely.
no doubt about that. But if you had a choice, like, what is the position you want to play?
I mean, I want to play center. I think not many people think I can play it, but I played it all high school year and I loved it. So, I mean, I run really well, not just for my size, but for anyone. And like, I think my arm will keep developing. Yeah, it's kind of below average right now, but I think it'll gain for sure. And yeah, like I just love running around out there and making reads. So if I got to pick, I would play center.
Daniel, that's crazy because I did my game based upon first baseman and he chose center. I could have done a whole run of center fielders.
I know.
But
Dylan
Cruz, yeah. Well, he's already kind of made that clear. That's going to be number one for him for sure. As a matter of fact, I actually saw a list today, Daniel. It was 3 different LSU hosts, and they were picking between best all-time LSU defensive players, and they picked 4 guys each, and somehow none of them picked Dylan Cruz. Dylan Cruz was so gifted that with his reading the ball and his first step, some things probably didn't look very hard because he made them look routine.
True. I mean, when you can cover a lot of ground, when you make good reads on the ball and your angles to balls are solid, like yeah, you do make it look kind of effortless. You almost have to make hard catches harder to make it look like you're that caliber of player.
So would you rather, Dominic, since you like center field, would you rather rob a home run over the fence or you rather still hit one?
I'd rather still hit one. I mean, hitting's my heart.
Hey, you can tell Curry L wasn't a bomber because when he asked him that same question, he said rob one all day. So all right, well
that would be sick. I've never done that. That would be awesome.
Yeah, that would be the feeling. I didn't even play baseball, so was a football player, but that I don't know, just taking something away from somebody like that would feel cool.
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe that kind of says a bad thing about me, Daniel. I'm kind of rude like that, but whatever.
I mean, you could go the other way too with hitting. You take the game away from them. Like if you hit a walk-off homer.
I was playing MLB The Show earlier and got a walk-off homer hit on me in the bottom of the ninth. I'm still sick about it. But speaking of games, I'm going to play it based upon first baseman, but it's blind rankings. I got 7 guys that we've had on this show that are high-level first basemen. All have been drafted extremely high. And you don't know who they are. You don't know what order they're going to come in, but you're going to try to rank them based upon what you think as they come in. So
okay.
You got to play?
Yeah, I'm ready.
All right. So first guy from University of Tennessee currently has 26 nukes in Double-A, Blake Burt.
I'll go 5.
All right, 5. All right, just got done for Texas A&M. Got drafted in the 4th round, I think, by the Angels. Anyway, he had 22 bombs last year. Gavin Grahovac.
6.
All right, you got to know this guy, Trey Morgan, which I don't know if you saw on my Instagram page, Daniel, the in off the bench. I went and watched 3 guys in the minors this year. Went and watched 3 different games, and all 3 times, Daniel, they hit a home run. Trey in that first AB hit an absolute nuke, and I was like, I'm just going to have to start traveling around watching these guys.
3.
All right. The captain himself, Ole Miss, Tim Elko.
Oh, man. 4.
All right. The all-time home run leader for Mississippi State, Hunter Hines.
I got 1, 2, or 7 left?
Right.
I'll go 2.
Oh, he's going to put himself in one now. All right. Currently, your minor league home run leader, Andrew Fisher.
Oh, man.
Daniel, 32 bombs right now.
That's unreal.
But he's going to be in purgatory because there's nowhere for him to go with the Brewers.
All right, I'm taking the risk. I'm going 7.
As a matter of fact, being from where you are, what about the Brewers? Any love for the Brewers or no?
I respect them because they win a lot. But
this man likes nobody from his home state at all.
No, because the fans ruin it. They're delusional. It's just like it's annoying. It's really annoying.
Like who you like, but like you are kind of all over the place.
I am for sure.
It's okay. I change teams based upon guys I know. So I walked into Daniel knows my dad rolling over in his grave a couple months ago because I was raised to be a diehard Cardinals fan, and I was visiting with Connor Griffin, had a whole deal set up with him and Skeens, and I walked in there wearing Pittsburgh Pirates gear, and Daniel and Randy saw the thing and said, "Do you think you ever thought you'd walk into St. Louis wearing Pittsburgh gear?" And probably not. So I literally I change teams every single year, so I can't say nothing.
Then he goes like he's this aficionado of Pittsburgh. He's like, they're on an 8-game winning streak. I'm like, you never known they've ever been on a 2-game winning streak.
It was just like with Joe Burrow and the Bengals, man. You would have thought I had been a lifelong Bengals fan. I ride with the guys I know. But all right, so
I like that.
What'd you take? Did you take number 1 or number 7 for Andrew?
I took 7.
Yeah, the smart play. Your reigning American League Rookie of the Year, Nick Kurtz.
Oh, good.
All right. So He did it right. But like I said, if I could have redone this list on the fly, we would have had outfielders. But I say all that to say, I'm hoping that one day you'll be on a list like this as we're playing games with people and we're like, Dom, the elite center fielder, first baseman, whatever the case may be. Like, hey, if there's anything I know about Jay, he's going to plug you guys in anywhere so he can make sure every single one of those bats is in the lineup.
Yeah, for sure.
You may end up catching.
Hey, I'll do it. I did it in Little League. I'll do it.
Whatever gets you on the field, man. Whatever
Absolutely.
gets you APs.
Absolutely.
Well,
go to the bullpen.
Might have to. Never know.
Daniel, did you see when I posted the other day? Logan. Speaking of, so Logan Tanner, who was the catcher for Mississippi State for 3 years in the national championship team, and then he for 2 years in minor league ball, still catching, and now Daniel, all of a sudden he's pitching, he's thriving, and he's got a 4-pitch mix and throwing 97, and it's like, how does that even just happen? Like all of a sudden, like 2 years in the third year of your minor league career, all of a sudden you just become a pitcher? That's crazy. And successfully.
I've known some guys that have had really, really good arm strength and catchers and shortstops that have converted to pitchers because they can just throw BBs across the diamond.
But at that level?
Not necessarily at that level, but they were pretty good once they figured out mechanics and how to pitch. But that whole process takes some time too, and especially at the pro level. Like, I'm astounded that he could even do it at that level. Stuff.
Well,
yeah, David.
Is there anything that you want to plug or promote before we close this thing out?
Go Tigers.
Hey, well said. Dominic, man.
Back to our first LSU episode. No one did it like Cade Beloso. That man says, remember, he says, shout out, Mom.
Yep. Shout out, Mom.
Can't go wrong with that direction.
No, you can't.
For sure. Well, Dominic, man, if there's anything we need to do for you along the way, reach out to us, man. We appreciate you coming on. And like I said, hey, have a lot of fun. Don't you dare complain 1 minute when you wake up and have to go do a lot of baseball, because I don't want to hear that.
Trust me, I won't.
This guy said he got up. He had to be at breakfast at 8:15, and he was like, "Oh man, you got to be at breakfast at 8:15. It's really tough."
I'm just proud that he said on here what all the guys have said about classes. There's legitimate people out there, Daniel, who think these guys don't have to go to class because they play for LSU. It's wild.
I mean, you should want to go to class. Like,
Daniel, we've had to switch episodes no matter what the school is. Okay, hey, Dominic, there's nothing to get Daniel more fired up than when there's a last minute switch of an episode, and especially when the reason is because they got to go to study hall because they've been messing up in class.
And I ain't gonna say any names, but they're in Oxford, Mississippi.
Ole Miss boys spend a lot of time.
All right, we're gonna let you bounce, Dominic. Appreciate you, man. Like I said,
thank you guys. Awesome. Thank you. Nice to meet you guys.
Absolutely.
You too. That's Dominic Santarelli, everybody. If you like hearing Dominic's story, or you just like hearing average Joes talk X's and O's, or average Jills talk X's and O's, please like, share the podcast on Facebook. Head over to YouTube, like, subscribe, notifications. That way you're first to know when new content is dropping. Jim, we're back, baby. We're back.
We're back.
Speaking of back, what does that mean? What do we got?
Well, me and Ava will be back Thursday night. We are going to stay in Baton Rouge. We're going to be talking to Colton Brady. We're going to be talking pitching, which I was hoping that he would tell me Tuesday night, not Thursday night. Daniel, we're talking about he's 6'5", 215 pounds, just stud. You'll have to line me up with some pitching questions. No, you got to give them to Ava. Ava's going to learn a little something, but maybe we'll get the next pitcher on. But now that we're back, we'll start lining stuff up. I've been procrastinating, taking the time off, trying to enjoy the family. And so, man, we just had to get our feet wet, and we were going to be back rolling. So stay tuned.
And now we are. Until next time, love purple and live gold.
That's it. That's how